So we put together a little video here for anyone who's interested in what's involved in installing the Bigfoot leveling system on a 23T fuse. So the instructions they give you are, they're a little generic because they're really trying to cover a lot of different vehicles in it. So you really have to spend some time with those instructions. But overall, it is a bolt-on system. We had to drill a few holes for alternate positions and kind of make up your own positions for where the tank goes and running the lines. But it's pretty good system if you just spend a little time with the instructions. So the job took about 9 hours for 2 guys. So a good long day. You do get very intimate with the bottom of the fuse after this job, though. I'll tell you, you're crawling on your. We did this all just on our backs, basically. So I did not have a lift for this. So it could be done. So anyway, enjoy the video. If you have any questions, PM me or just put them in the comments section. Thanks. Here's the location of the rear passenger side. Here's the location of the rear driver's side. The cables and the hydraulic lines all came up, ran right down the middle. Kept on going, it's the yellow tape. Kept on going back to the corner by the propane tank. So this is the front setup. You add that aluminum piece of angle right here, and you bolt onto here. Same thing on the passenger side, but you do add a crossbar to this one. This is a crossbar that comes with the kit. It helps strengthen it, and then it's kind of a convenient place to run all your hoses around over there to the right there. That's where the pump is installed. So it's pretty simple. Each pump gets each cylinder gets 2 hydraulic lines, and then your monitor for the extend and retract. So that's the setup over here. The hardest part of the whole job really was this cylinder here. There's a lot of stuff in the way, so you have to move these modules out of the way. You got to install your plate in here, and then the cylinder is way up here, so it's not easy to get at. So it just barely sneaks up in there, but it does fit. That's the key thing. And then the control box got installed right here behind the propane tank is here, and all our wires and harness ran here, and then this is your control box, and then you can see where all your hydraulic fittings come in. So it just all came in here together. Plenty of space to work, and it's in a good secure area. It's protected from the muffler. It's all behind the heat shield, so I think it should be pretty good. And then for the power, we ran it all up through this hole up here, which goes into the storage area where the hot water tank is. So because we're under the batteries here, we got a lot of room, easy to tap into power. And then I'll show you where that is real quick. So this is where we ended up bringing all the wires up to the inside. So there's a hole in the floor. We cut a hole right here, and then the control panel is in the wall right here. Simple. And then it was easy because we're right over the battery, so we got the power in here. Put a little breaker in here, and then so the kit comes with all kind of pre-made harnesses, which are fine. But then you have all this left over. If you had to tuck this up underneath, it'd probably be a mess. So this seemed like a good place to hide it. Once we put the cover on, it's unused space anyway. No one will even know it's there. And then the nice thing is also then you have the control panels right here. And I kind of like it by the step, because if you're extending and retracting and trying to level things out, it's easy just to stand outside the door when you can poke your head underneath and see what's going on, instead of having it by the one place or by the driver's seat or something like that. So this is a pretty convenient place to install it. It's flush mounted to the wall. You don't even see it's there. And I think it's going to work out pretty good. As you can see, it really lifts you up. I mean, it takes the sucker right off the ground. All the tires are off the ground, and all 4 jacks are deployed, so you can take the whole fuse up pretty high. I think any higher than you'll ever need to, but the clearance is pretty good too. Everything's pretty tucked up high. The lowest thing is that bar there, but that's not no lower than your transmission, so I don't think there's any clearance issues. Here's what the clearances look like when you're all the way up. They do hang down a little bit, but they're not any lower really than your exhaust pipe. So I guess they're about the same as the exhaust pipe, which is acceptable. I never hit my exhaust pipe yet, so I think we'll be okay. So the system that they have for the Ford Transits is not an automatic one, it is a manual one. So you basically just hit the power button, you hit start, hit extend, and you put the four corners where you want it. You just do it until you get your bubbles where you want it. So I don't mind that. I don't really need the automatic feature. I thought that was kind of troublesome anyway. So you just pop it in place until you get it to where you need it.